key beside the glass, right where the morning shadows pass. No note, no sound, no last goodbye, just quiet light and open sky. I stared at it like it might speak, but all it held was what you seek. I should have run to call your name, but silence somehow felt the same. The key on the windowsill still shines, a final act of soft design. Though doors are closed and locks are still, your love remains upon that still. You didn't turn, you didn't cry, you just left light where truth could lie. The wind blew in across the frame, as if it knew we weren't the same. I touched the key but couldn't move, as if to stay would still prove truth. I watched the sun paint golden lace around the shape of your escape. I wondered where your footsteps led, and what you kept and what you shared. The key on the windowsill remains through every night, through autumn rains. Though hands are gone and rooms are bare, your love still lingers in the air. You lock no doors, you turn no page, just left your truth without a cage. Some leave in storms and words and fights, but you left love in softer lights. No slam goodbye, no bitter close, just silver shining in repose. The key on the windowsill still gleams, a quiet end to deeper dreams. Though time may dust what once was real, your parting stays so calm, so still. No need for doors to keep us far, you left the key and all we are. I never moved it from that place, it holds the warmth of your last grace.
You always use the same old mug, the one with roses near the rug, a tiny chip along the rim. You said it made the coffee dim, but still you drink it every day and smile like it was just your way. I tried to throw it out one night, but heard your laugh in soft lamplight. The mug with the chip still stands, held by time, not by my hands. Though cracks appear and glaze is worn, it keeps the warmth of love long gone. You held it close, you held it tight, and in its flaw it felt so right. I wash it slow, then dry it clean. Though no one drinks where you have been, its handle curves like your old touch, still gentle, real, still meaning much. I place it near the sugar tray, where you would reach in your own way. It wobbles when I set it down, like missing you in steady sound. The mug with the chip remains through quiet months and evening rains. Though I don't pour, though lips don't meet, it holds your mornings warm and sweet. No finer cup could match its place. You left your print along its grace. Some things we keep for what they lack, a broken edge that brings us back. And love, it lives in things that stay, not in the ones that slip away. The mug with the chip still waits through empty chairs and dinner plates. Though life has changed and dust may grow, it sips your love so soft, so slow. No newer cup could hold so much as one still warmed by your last touch. So let it chip and let it fade, it holds the love we softly made.
Found your scarf behind the chair, still holding whispers of your hair. The folds were soft, the color pale, like quiet words that never fail. But what stopped time, what pulled me was how your scent still clung so thin, a trace of you that wouldn't leave, a ghost in silk, a breath to grieve. The perfume on the scarf remains, like evening smoke on window panes. Though you have gone and skies have cleared, this little thread has kept you near. No photo speaks, no word holds true, like scent that softly carries you. Wore it once on autumn streets, when leaves would dance around our feet. You laughed and left a trail behind, like you could float above the time. And now it rests in quiet grace, still warm with echoes of your face. I hold it close, I breathe it slow, as if the past would start to show. The perfume on the scarf still stays through empty nights and woven days. Though winds may blow and fabrics fade, your fragrance never will evade. It lingers like a sacred vow. You left me scent, you left me now. Love doesn't live in things we see, but in the air invisibly. You remain not loud or far, but in the scent of who you are. Perfume on the scarf still sings, candlelight and wedding rings. Though I am here and you are gone, your soul in jasmine lingers on. No need for tears, no need for art. wore this once and left your heart. So I folded neat, I'd breathe it deep, and wear your love when I can't sleep.
You always said the rain was kind. It made the noise that calmed your mind. You kept your coat, you took your shoes, but left the thing you'd always use. I found it lean and damp and still, the umbrella waiting on the sill. You didn't plan to stay or go, but left it standing in shadow. The umbrella by the door still waits for storms we shared before. Though thunder fades and skies run dry, it holds the echo of goodbye. You left with sun inside your heart, but rained on me when we did part. We used to walk through city haze, beneath its shade in silver glaze. You'd laugh and twirl it down the street, while puddles danced around our feet. Now when it rains, I let it be. It's not the same without you, see. I reached for it the other day, but something made me pull away. The umbrella by the door still leans where love had leaned before. Its handle curved, its canvas worn, but in its shape the past is sworn. You took the light, you took the key, but left the rain to fall on me. Some people leave a coat, a ring. You left a quiet weathered thing, a little shield, a little grace. Still holds your hand, still knows your face. The umbrella by the door knows every storm and every war. It kept us close, it kept us dry. Now all it does is ask me why. You closed your heart but left behind the one thing meant to keep me kind. So I don't move it, I don't mend. It's where you stopped and didn't end.
The mirror in the hallway stands, framed in oak by your own hands. You used to pause and fix your hair, and sometimes hum without a care. Now all it shows is passing light, and echoes left from softer nights. I walk on tiptoe, still unsure of what reflections might endure. The mirror in the hallway sees the love you left in memories,
though you're not there to meet my gaze. I see you still in silent haze. It holds your breath, your final glance, as if we're caught in one last dance. You'd lean and smile with sleepy grace. A ghost still flickers in that place. The frame is worn, the glass is clear, but every inch still feels you near. The hallway's short, but time runs long, when every glance recalls your song. I swear I saw your shadow there, a fleeting touch behind the glare. The mirror in the hallway glows with light your presence still bestows. Though years have passed and days are gray, it shows the love that didn't stray. You're not behind it, that I know, but through its glass I watch you go. Some mirrors break, some others fade, but this one keeps the love we made. No crack, no dust, no time can hide the shape you left here by my side. The mirror in the hallway stays a quiet gate to yesterday. Though footsteps echo down the floor, it shows you turning once more. You looked at me before goodbye, and now that gaze still tells me why. I pass it slow, I never rush, for in that glass you live in hush.
Found your letters in the rain, where years of dust had left their stain. The paper thin, the corners curled, but every word still shook my world. You never meant for me to see the dreams you left inside of me. I held them close, I read them slow, like touching ghosts I used to know. Faded letters on the floor still whisper love you felt before. Though time wore down the ink and fold, your heart remains in lines you told. No need to write me anymore. I have you here on the floor. Wrote of stars we used to chase, of quiet nights of warm embrace. You signed it soft, I'll always care. Then never came back up the stairs. I never asked what made you leave, but now I hold what you believed. Your words, they tremble like a breeze, still breaking gently through my knees. Still breathing from a love before. Though tears may blur what's written down, the silence screams without a sound. You never knocked upon that door, but left your soul on the floor. Some love is louder when it's still. Some pages turn against their will, and though you're gone, I read each line as if you're writing me in time. Faded letters on the floor still speak of what we can't restore. The past can't change, but hearts still ache with every vow we didn't make. No end The sheets are smooth, untouched and white, but still they hold the shape of night. You used to sleep with arms out wide, now moonlight curls where you once lied. The room is still but not alone, it breathes in echoes of your tone. I lie awake in quiet grace and trace your shadow's resting place. Moonlight on the linens glows like all the love we used to know. Though you're not here to breathe the air, I feel your warmth in fabric's care. The bed still hums your silent tune, a soft goodbye beneath the moon. You turn the pillow twice each night and say the stars will treat us right. Now I just watch the window pane and let the night spell out your name. No covers moved, no laughter near, but still your presence lingers here. The creases stretch where you would be, still telling stories back to me. Moonlight on the linen stays, a gentle ghost in silver haze. Though dreams may drift and sheets grow cold, they keep your whispers soft and bold. I tuck myself in threads once shared and sleep in places you once cared. They say the night forgets the day, but linens learn to softly pray for one more breath, for one more touch, for quiet love that meant so much. Come lie where moonlight still runs deep. You told me once the stars we see are borrowed light from history. You laughed and said they're secondhand, but still they shine across the land. I held your hand beneath the blue and felt the stars were made for you. We didn't own the moon or flame, but love was never ours to name. Under a second-hand sky we kissed, we hoped we lived a lie. The stars weren't ours, the time was brief, but we believe beyond belief. Though night may fade and truths run dry, you're still my light in that old sky. We used to count them from the hood of your old car in that backwood. Your voice would hum a quiet tune while galaxies turned over June. You said we don't need stars brand new, old lights still know what love is true. The sky has changed, the view is wide, but I still see us side by side. Under a second-hand sky we dreamed so big we dared to try. Though not a star was ever ours, we lit the dark with stars we see, but how they stayed inside of me. Under a second-hand sky, I find you when I close my eyes. Though years have passed and names have changed, the sky we loved has not estranged. I still return where you and I made wishes true beneath that sky. And if you look up where you are, you'll know I'm near. We share the stars.
You found it lying by the chair, a little button barely there. My coat had torn, I didn't know, but you just smiled and fixed it slow. With every stitch your hands were sure, as if love lived in threads so pure. You didn't speak, just let it be. That quiet care you gave to me. The button you sewed back on still holds me when the world is gone. Though coats grow old and winters end, that circle still feels like your hand. A tiny piece, a simple thing, but in its loop I hear you sing. You knotted thread with practiced grace and blew the dust from fabric's face. No grand goodbye, no final kiss, just sewing love in seams I missed. Now every time I grab that coat, I feel your warmth in every note. I wear it still, though frayed and torn. It keeps the night from feeling warm. The button you sewed back on outlived the years since you've been gone. It doesn't shine, it doesn't gleam, but holds me like a steady dream. You fixed more than just thread and cloth. You made me whole when life was rough. And love, it's not in words we say, but in the things that choose to stay. A button stitched with love so strong is where my heart will rest upon. The button you sewed back on is why I still can carry on. Though time unwinds what we once wore, this little loop still means much more. You never left, not really gone. You're in the button you sewed back on. So when the wind cuts through the air, I pull that coat and you are there.
You left so quiet, closed no door. Your footsteps faded on the floor. You didn't pack the coat you wore, the one you reached for nights before, still hanging by the hallway light. It's waiting for your shape each night. And though you said you wouldn't stay, that coat still thinks you lost your way. The coat you didn't take still clings to quiet hope and folded things. Though winter came and skies turned gray, it holds the warmth you gave away. A button loose, a collar worn, but in its threads your touch is sworn. I almost moved it once or twice, but couldn't bear the sacrifice. Its sleeves still curve like open arms, still smelling faintly of your charms. The zipper stuck, the lining thin, but everything you were lives in. I check the hook some nights to see if maybe you've come back for me. The coat you didn't take remains through quiet snow and window panes. Though I've grown used to sleeping cold, its silence still has stories told. You may have walked into the blue, but left your soul in cotton true. Some coats are bought, some coats are kept, some hold the tears we never wept. And this one waits through night and ache, the only thing you didn't take. You didn't take still sways when wind creeps in on colder days. Though you moved on, though love might break, you left your heart in what you draped. I'll never wear it, never fold. It holds too much of what we told.